Hey folks, welcome back to the shrine for the hand-me-downs of the industry. Today we got a bit different topic. This item here represents the latest incarnation of the throwaway society that we live in. I was walking on the beach during the Christmas break and came up with a couple of these. Just found it laying in the sand. And these are called disposable vape pods. Man, those marketing guys are probably well paid. The brand is Biddy, and in no way I want to endorse this. I'm not associated with them in any way. I'm simply curious about the environmental effect of it and what's inside the thing. I read about BD. I saw this somewhere before, and I remember that these BDs are actual small hand rolled cigarettes, something like cigars, like small cigars, and it's tobacco. And it's wrapped in a leaf, some native plant in southeastern Asia. Can't remember the name. Tendu. I think it's called Tendu leaf. Tendu leaf. And they have higher concentration of nicotine, tar, carbon monoxide, pixie dust, the good stuff. So what I'm going to try to do is open these up and see what's inside. I have several of them. You can still see the sand. There's sand from the beach. So again, these were just laying on the beach. Maybe people just pitched them. Maybe the water washed them out. Although it's got an aluminum housing, so I doubt it can float. I'm going to try to pop them open, see what's inside. Here you go. Let's see what's inside. Again, I have no idea. I never opened one. I'm guessing that there's some kind of cartridge and electronics and battery. I'm just gonna go and try to open it slowly. This entire external casement is aluminum. There's probably 10-20 grams of aluminum in it. Looks like there's a battery. And I'm guessing this is just an extruded aluminum piece. And they put the guts inside, just slide it inside. There's some kind of electrical or mechanical means of retaining it. And there you have it. Looks like there's a battery here. Standard, some kind of LiPo cell. There's a container down here. And that holds the vape fluid. I've seen some people who are trying to refill this. So again, these are the new incarnation of the cigarettes. When I was a kid, I grew up in a society where cigarettes were just, everybody was smoking, and pitching a cigarette butt was something you saw every day. Once people were done with it, they just pitched it, and that was a normal thing. Nobody said a word. And I didn't like that. So what we got here is a lithium polymer cell, 3.7 volts, 280 milliamp hours, 1.04 watt hours. It's got the polarity here, so it shows positive, negative, and I promptly cut into the cell. It was probably depleted, and I think this was in salty water because I see a lot of corrosion. I think this might have been something that the ocean washed to the shore. Maybe people just pitched it somewhere else on the world, and it ended up in the Gulf of Mexico. So this thing here is still kind of wet. So I'm guessing this is the material that will hold the flavor inside, and this is what people were trying to refill. Going online, you can see pictures where they are attaching some kind of vape fluid and going through this hole here and basically just going in, and I guess that fluid is gonna soak in, and this is gonna be the part that holds that fluid, the nicotine or whatever else is in it. And then I think this is just a heating element, so you can see there are two wires going to it, and it's directly wired to the battery. One of the wires is wired to the battery like so. Okay, so it uses 3 volts, and I'm guessing this is just some kind of cartridge heater, some kind of resistive heating, and so what it does, it will heat up this liquid, and then once the user starts to suck on it or draw on it, it will emit that vape. Then later can be enjoyed by whoever likes to enjoy stuff like this. So it looks like this is the electronics here. There was no switches on it as far as how to turn it on. I'm just hoping, honestly, my kids will never use anything like this. So it's a plastic cap, and the plastic cap has this electronics enclosed in it, and I can't really tell you what this is. It looks like there's some electronic components on it. Maybe this is just a switch, so we can try it on this one. Let's see, this is the, okay, that's one end. Okay, so this is the end where I saw that the users were refilling it, so that's where the refill is. So this section is the refill, and then this is the battery, and it looks like this must be a switch, some kind of on-off switch, or maybe you just simply hold it. I don't feel any clicking action there, but probably some people know how to use it. Again, so all we got here is just a heater, some kind of resistive cartridge heater, a little battery, and then this seems to be a switch. Everything is corroded to the state where it's really hard to figure out what is what. I'm pretty sure this is the switch that is going to turn on the cartridge heater. I don't know exactly how it works. This seems to be an LED here, so I think it gives a visual input to the user that it's on. Maybe this is just a pressure sensor. When someone starts sucking on it, creates a low pressure, that's what turns it on. But I really don't know. We have 3 wires here. I guess I can trace it back and connect it, but everything is just corroded beyond repair. Let's see if I can disassemble the other one. This is the second season of Unwrapped. Let's see what's inside. It seems like there's a ton of sand in it, so I think it was dumped into the sea. Maybe it fell from a boat, or maybe it was just pitched and then the waters carried it into a river. The river carried it into the sea, and then the sea finally deposited it on a shore. He didn't like the flavor or the taste. I tried something different here. I tried to unwrap it. You can see it's full with sand. So the sand came in through these channels. This is the sucker part. I think that's what the user is sucking on, and there's some kind of material here, like filtering material. I'm not sure exactly what is it doing. Must be important. I'm also not sorry for the guy who had to design this. You know, there's this thin wall aluminum extrusion, and then all this stuff you need to pull through that extrusion somehow inserted. Probably use a lot of lube. Again, this is a 501-447 cell, 280 milliamps. It's a 3.7 volts. It's just a single lithium polymer cell. I don't see any voltage protection on it, which means that, you know, if the cell voltage is gonna drop, that there's a chance that this pouch cell can go up on flames. We've seen something similar in the past from different manufacturers. And again, you can see there's one tab here, and it's attached to these two wires. Okay, so the same wire goes back to the heater element, to the cartridge, and then the other end of the cartridge goes up here, and that's the switch that turns it on and off. And I'm looking for clicking action, but it's not clicking. It's probably packed full with sand. It also has an LED on it, so when this is on, then the LED comes back. You can see there's a lot of corrosion, so there's galvanic corrosion on it. This green hue talks about the presence of copper, and then copper and salt water is gonna create this copper sulfate, typical corrosion. What they do is they plate these wires, but if you just submerge this in a salt water bye-bye cell. Well, that's pretty much it. That's new junk that the new generation is creating. Again, you know, there's probably 5, maybe 10 cents of aluminum extrusion here by weight. There's a little bit of electronicals here. Again, the battery itself, you can buy these batteries, you can buy 10 piece for $10 from China. Pretty sure this is like 50 cents if you buy it in bulk. And then you have some plastic. I think the whole thing, they make it for $1, and it's really for the landfill. In better cases, it will go to the landfill. Unfortunately, you know, this was washed out by the sea, both of these, and we are not going in the right direction, that's sure. Well, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Come back next time, and see you. Bye.